YouTube. It's Christine with Souls Rising, hopping on with some Oracle messages for all of my Sagittariuses out there. If you have Sagittarius as your sun, moon, or rising, stick around. These are your messages. This is a timeless message, so whenever it finds you, it is the right time for you to hear the message. It is collective, so take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to jump right into the cards. I will do the Oracle cards and then jump over to the Tarot just to get a little bit more depth and clarity to the message. So let's get started. What does Sagittarius need to know at this time, Spirit? All right, Sagittarius. So this is actually a really good message coming in for you guys. The very first card coming out is Prosperity. And I feel like this is literally you guys getting showered with money, okay? And I do feel like this is physical manifestations coming in. So it could be abundance in multiple forms. It doesn't necessarily have to be limited to money. It could be other forms of abundance kind of finally coming in. And I do feel like this is after a period of really you holding a vision. You guys have been focused and trying to bring whatever this is into your life, into your physical reality. And it's like, it's finally here, Sagittarius. It's finally showing up. And the next card that I got is Courage. And then Justice. Okay. And these two cards really feel like they go together for me. And I'm really getting, like, the Courage card, I'm really pulled to, there's a ferocity to that lion. I actually felt a little irritation or anger, too, as I was tuning into this card. And again, I do feel this intense focus. So I feel like my Sagittarius is out there watching this. You guys have been intensely focused on something that I feel like is yours. It's like, that's mine. That's what I want. I'm going to get it. So there's been a determination here to manifest something, to make something your reality, to make it happen for you. And you've been really focusing on it. And maybe you felt like at some point, you know, this may be for some of you and not all of you, but some of you may have felt at some point like you were being denied something that was owed to you, or you were being denied something that you rightfully deserved as a part of this process. Like almost like it was being withheld or just taking too long to come in, longer than maybe it should have. And I really get a fierceness with this energy of like my Sagittarius is out there being like, I freaking deserve this and I'm gonna see it happen. And with the Justice, it does feel hard won to me. It feels whatever this is in fact like owed to you, like you deserve it. Like you've earned it, you've put in the hard work that you needed to. And I feel like Sagittarius, this is a sign of it coming in. Okay, this is like, yes, confirmation, yes, it is finally coming in. I feel like you guys are going to finally start to see the fruits of your labor and these manifestations coming in. Now I'm hearing beginning to trickle in, but I don't think it's going to stay a trickle. Okay, because this card, it really feels like a shower, like a big rain shower. That girl's just getting showered in coins. And this is what I feel like really is coming. Okay, so if it starts as a trickle, I don't think it's going to stay that way based on what I'm picking up here intuitively with this reading. I did hear when I first kind of was pulling the cards, something's brewing. So something I feel has actually been brewing for my Sagittarius watching this video. Like, you've been trying to brew this. You've been busy behind the scenes trying to brew something, trying to manifest this thing. And it is coming. And I asked for a little clarity on the Courage card and the Justice card. And what popped out was truth and passion. And I feel like some of the folks watching this, with that Courage card, I feel like you maybe had to stand up for yourself or really go within and see your own strength, finding your own source of power within you in order to manifest this. Maybe some of you even had to admit some hard truths to yourself in this process. I get a slight energy of, for some of you, there being other people connected to the situation who you may have felt didn't see your worth and value and had to really assert yourself. So for some of you watching this, maybe you actually had to ask for a raise or ask for more money at your job or something like that, where you had to really see your own worth and value because maybe the people around you weren't seeing it, and you had to advocate for yourself to say, look, like, give me this money or I walk. Like, if you want me to stick around, then you need to pay me appropriately, okay, for the work that I'm doing. And for others of you, it may have just been a matter of you yourself seeing your worth and value, admitting a truth to yourself so that you could free yourself from some stuck energy and finally bring this thing in, finally manifest this. So you may have been powering through some energetic blockages that were preventing this from manifesting for you. And I do feel like, she's holding that mirror very close to the solar plexus. And again, I feel like this is personal power with that courage card coming out. There's a ferocity here of like really having to see the depths of your soul, I'm hearing, or to see into the truth of who you are and what you really want for yourself and for your life, and also your own deservingness, okay? It's like you had to see that you deserved it. You had to see that you were worthy. I also feel like with the passion card here, that, okay, again, I kind of feel like I got a couple collectives watching this. Some of you, because I'm getting anger again with the fiery energy here, some of you had to get pissed off to make this happen. You had to get a little fired up. Maybe you even got pushed around or bullied a bit by some other energies or some situations in order to push you to go within and find this power inside of yourself, or to really make you disrupt the status quo so that you could, in fact, manifest something more for yourself here and bring something more in. For others of you, you may have actually had to see what you really care about, what you're really passionate about, and that you have the power to manifest it, that you actually maybe had to see what it was that you truly needed and wanted in this situation so that you could go and get it, so that you could manifest it for yourself. And I feel like, there's I'm getting like creative vibes for some folks watching this. So some of you maybe had to decide that you had the power to make something happen for yourself. So it could be an entrepreneurial pursuit, starting your own business, or stepping out on your own a little bit more, believing in yourself a little bit more, and really having the boldness to follow up on your own creative passions. And maybe you had to part ways from the crowd a little bit and do something in your own way in order to create and manifest more abundance in your life, to manifest the, abundance or the financial rewards that you were seeking. And maybe you were trying to get them from someone else, or like I said, from a job or from some other means or a partnership, and it just wasn't coming in. And so some of you had to kind of get real with yourselves so that you could make some changes and call this in for yourself. And others of you, it was really like finding your power, finding your voice and your strength within, and really seeing that you deserve it, okay? And maybe for some, it's a little bit of both, right? Some of you watching this, maybe it all applies. It's like D, all of the above, right? I also heard divine justice. I was just holding this card. A little divine justice may have been playing out here too. I keep getting this dichotomy though of like, I feel like a lot of people watching this, it's like something was blocked, whether that block was inside of you or external. But I do feel some watching this, there was something external to you that was sort of blocking this from coming in, almost like there were people either standing in your way or energies that were maybe withholding this from you, or you feeling that way, where it's almost like, oh, like if I could just like get you to see things from my perspective, or if I could just convince you of my worth and value, like this would happen, or you'd get it. You'd want to invest in my idea, or you'd want to invest in this thing, or invest in me. Ultimately, you know, we face those kinds of challenges, as I mentioned before. It's to help us go inside of our own selves, because we have to see our worth and our value first. We have to fiercely stand up for ourselves and what we deserve and what we want in order to call it into us energetically. And that means not putting up with or tolerating abusive behaviors, or just people taking advantage of us in general, using us and not paying us what we're worth, not listening to our ideas or valuing our creative contributions to the cause. And so sometimes we have to really get real with ourselves, right? With the Courage card and the Truth card, sometimes we have to really get real and either find our voice and speak up for ourselves, right? Stand up for ourselves, ask for that raise, or, you know, tell that person, like, you know, to buzz off maybe. And sometimes we have to find the courage to go our own way and to pursue it elsewhere, to find people who do value us and what we have to offer or contribute. But we have to find it first within ourselves. We have to see our own value. And it can be hard if you're in a situation where you don't feel like others are seeing it, because sometimes then, you know, we start to doubt ourselves, right? We question it ourselves, where we start to wonder if, like, maybe I don't have what it takes, or maybe I don't deserve that thing that I thought I should have. So we can get a little gaslit, you know, sometimes in those situations, especially if we stay too long, we linger too long. But I really get more of a vibe with my Sagittariuses of getting pissed, like getting angry and frustrated with the situation. But it's like it didn't break open, or it doesn't break open until you come to terms within yourself about your own strength and worth and value. So a lot of this is my Sagittarius is getting real with themselves and leveling up and demanding that things around them level up too. It's almost like you're demanding it, like from the universe. Like, I freaking deserve this. This is mine. This belongs to me, and I'm gonna get it. It's like determination energy here, you guys. Like getting really fired up, passionate, determined. But the passion isn't just creative passion. It could be for some of you, but I feel like in this reading, this passion card is almost more serving a role of getting fired up like with like, enough, I'm done with this. I'm done waiting for this, or I'm done accepting less than I'm worth. I'm done waiting around for something to change that isn't going to change in my favor, right? And it's like you had to get to that place to make this happen, is what I'm getting intuitively here. All right. So there's two more cards that popped out with the Oracle before we move on to the Tarot. So I want to show you guys those. Fertility. And again, I feel like this is my Sagittarius's sort of basking in your own glow a little bit. But this is like you trusting in what you are giving birth to now. This is you, like the work's been done and you're just sort of waiting for all those little seeds, all those little acorns on the tree to bloom and blossom, and for all of your manifestations to start appearing. And there's no fear. If you look at her face, look, there's no fear. She's totally serene and calm. It's like she's trusting that this is hers. She trusts, she knows this belongs to her. She's not doubting it anymore. There's no more fear here. There's only peace. Look how peaceful she is. But also look at all this energy brewing around her pregnant belly there. There's a lot of pregnant energy around you, Sagittarius, that is ready to really blossom and come to life. And this is like those seeds that you have planted breaking through the soil and finally revealing your harvest and all the blessings that come with it. You had to work for it, or you had to fight for it. Okay. And then boom, financial health. So again, money. We have money showing up a few times here with the prosperity card and the financial health card, which is why I do feel for a lot of my Sages watching this, they're literally getting money. You know, new job, raise, pulling it in with your own by shifting your own self, by shifting your own approach to something or your own energy about something. It's like you're calling this into you. This card is specific to financial health. It can be a card of abundance as well as the prosperity card, but this is a little bit more slanted towards finances, financial health, and money. Maybe you've been trying to get, a home or get some financial stability for yourself as well. So this could be building up some savings underneath of you after a period of time, or fixing your credit, something along those lines as well. And maybe you had to work really hard and get really honest with yourself about some things in order to make that happen. But this reading is overall very positive in that I feel like you guys are doing it. I feel like this is manifesting now for you. The prosperity card is the first card that came out, and my first card is always my present moment card. So it's like this is present energy for my Sagittariuses out there, which is really amazing. So let's jump over to the tarot and just see what else we need to know about this energy. Sagittarius. I just feel like this is more validation of what I was picking up before around that. It's like you guys got sick of freaking waiting for something. You decided to just make it for yourself. I get this really strong vibe of like, I keep hearing that like song. It's like not mad enough yet, not mad enough yet. It's almost like you had to get mad or you had to get really frustrated and pushed to do something, to create change in order to bring this in, to manifest this. And I do feel like there's a strong energy of like my Sagittarius is filling your own cups. Like finally just, you're not waiting for other people to do it for you. It's like you took your power back and you're going, I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to create this. I'm going to make it happen. Okay. And that takes oomph, right? That takes a lot of faith and strength, inner strength, to take our power back in a situation, to take our power back over a situation, but also to acknowledge that we have the power and the strength to create what we want in our lives. That if we aren't happy with a situation, that we can say enough and we can create something better. And I really feel like that's what had to happen. You guys had to be pushed into this, or you had to be almost forced to go within and really dig deep and see a truth, or see, your own strength, so that you could manifest this. We got the first card that came out, Page of Cups, and it came out with the Nine of Wands next to it. And again, there is this sense of like, filling your own cup. I feel like this girl is like, she's taking responsibility for her own happiness. And she's like, she's the only person on this card. She's just like vibing in her own energy. And she's like, I deserve this. I'm happy to have it. I'm proud of myself. And I'm claiming what belongs to me. And that Nine of Wands is that fierce energy I was picking up with the Courage card before. Nine of Wands is like, I've had enough energy. It is that, you're kind of like tired of fighting, or you're tired of waiting for something, or really gotten worn down by the wait. But this girl in this card, look how fierce she is. She's like not backing down. She's not going to settle for less. And I think that's important here too, Sagittarius, that sense of like seeing your worth and value and refusing to accept less, like not settling, right? It's like, damn it, I deserve it. I'm going to have it, and I'm not accepting anything less. You're not gonna sell me something that isn't what's right for me, that isn't what I deserve. So it's a good, like strong, empowered energy that you had to step into to manifest this for yourself. But it's working, okay? I feel like you're doing it, Sag. You're doing it. It's working. And then underneath we have Eight of Pentacles again, hard work. You're not sitting idle waiting for this. You're not just like home and like visualizing and praying it'll come. You guys did the hard work, really put in a lot of effort. Again, there's this essence of like wanting that effort to be rewarded, but also wanting it to be appreciated, like wanting somebody to see like how hard you have worked and acknowledge that. And not only acknowledge it with, yay, good job, but show me the freaking money, right? Show me the freaking money. Maybe you had a boss that like gave you a lot of praise, but wasn't giving you the raise you deserved, right? And you're like, okay, like enough of this shit. Show me the money. I deserve it. I want it. I'm walking without it. And then Page of Wands is new energy, fresh energy. And I do feel like with the Page of Wands, this is like starting off on a new chapter, and you've put in the work and you're ready for more. You're ready to start something fresh and new because you've seen your worth, you've seen your value. And I also feel like for some of you, this is literally you saying, bye, 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 Felicia. Like, you didn't see my worth, you didn't see my value, I'm out. I'm out. You have fun with that. I've got better things to do. And what a different energy look. Like, what a different energy Spirit's showing me to show you guys from this to this. It's like here we're fighting, and we're not backing down. And here the fight is done, right? The fight is done and over because we're moving on. And not only are we moving on, we're moving on to the next card, which is the Three of Wands. So this is a great progression to go from, you know, the Page, which is just the very early beginning, kindling stage of some new energy, a new beginning, a new path, to the Three of Wands, where there's assuredness of, I know this is coming. I know this is coming in. So like if this was like an entrepreneurial pursuit or like, you know, a new business venture, a new career path that you guys have stepped onto, this is a really promising card because it sort of implies like, not only did I just take this initiative around this, but I feel solid in it. It's solid. I know that this is leading me somewhere better. I know that my ship is coming in. I know that there is a promise of a much better future here, and I believe in it. I believe in it, and I trust that it is coming for me. And I know my worthiness now. I know it's mine. So this could be a sign or a sense of like, also you being past the point of doubt at this point. Sort of, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see that your hard work is paying off, or it's finally starting to pay off enough that you feel certain and assured around the success of something, whether that be a new project or a new venture, whether that's personal or work. You know, there's a lot of career and money cards here. So I feel like for a lot of my Sagittarius watching this, there's some career shifts happening around this, but it doesn't have to just be money. It can also be relationships. It can also be other personal goals that we have for ourselves. And then a Page of Pentacles, and I hear, show me the money. Show me the money. And look, this girl, look at that giant coin. And she's like, ah, like relief, finally. And there's a little bit of a smug, like smirk. I don't know if you can, it's not really focusing. There's a slightly smug smirk on this girl's face. It's sort of like, I knew that was mine. I knew that was coming to me all along. Like, I kind of feel like that's the energy that my Sagittariuses either have right now or kind of need to step into. It's what you're stepping into a little bit for some of you, is assuredness, like confidence. Yes, this is mine. It's meant for me. It's coming to me. I did what I needed to do and I made it happen. And there's pride that comes with that, right? Like when you create something for yourself, or you manifest something for yourself, and, you know, a deep sense of fulfillment and joy. And the next card that flew out was the Four of Swords, which is inner peace. And it's funny because this card flew out after the Page of Pentacles, which was the last card that I had pulled, but it actually landed up with the first two cards, which were that Page of Cups and Nine of Wands. So it actually kind of landed up with these. And I feel like it's because you, how do I put this? It's like you cut away whatever the mental blockage was that was preventing this from coming in, whether that was self-doubt or fear, whether maybe you had some attachment to, maybe you really wanted that boss to see your value and you were stuck on that. And you finally decided to say enough, and you freed yourself from it. You gave yourself peace. Because this is a card of inner peace and quiet or stillness. But I really feel like in this card, she's holding something there, and she's holding one of the swords. And it's sort of like, I decided I was done. I was just done waiting around. And I created this for myself. It's like, I took matters into my own hands and gave myself the peace that I needed in a situation. And swords are mental energy, right? So again, there's this sense of you, Sagittarius, coming to a place of where you came into a mental space of deciding or awareness or knowingness and came to terms with what needed to be done in order to move this forward for you. Okay. And some of you, it's because you came into a space of acceptance and peace with yourself and your own worthiness. And for others of you, maybe you came to peace with, that it was time to walk away from a situation that wasn't serving you, that was not progressing, and you just had enough of it. It's like, I'm done waiting on others or outside forces to vote in my favor. So I'm freeing myself from this mentally, getting myself out of this box I've been stuck in or attached to, so that I can actually manifest more of what I really want. Some of you really told somebody to go buzz off, like with this. I keep getting that energy of like almost telling somebody like, you know what, like you go do you, and I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna be much more happy with that. Let me just get 2 more cards and then we will wrap this reading up for Sagittarius. I'm asking what's next, Spirit. What is next? Ooh, we got 3 cards. Okay. All right. It threw me for a loop because honestly, the energy of this reading is so positive. It's very, very positive. It's very affirmative. It's very validating for you guys. Okay. And then the cards that I got when I asked, well, like, what's next? I got an interesting group of cards. So we got the Hermit coming out first, the Tower, which is like transformation, sudden change, things coming apart, coming down, with the Shadow side, which is like the Devil in this deck, with the 5 of Cups under those on its side, transitional, and then Karma, and on the bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Okay. And so I was asking Spirit, and what I really get is, yes, something really had to come down for my Sagittariuses. There was some deep transformation and change that had to happen here. And I do feel, again, with this 5 of Cups, we've got some disappointed energy. So like something was not going the way that you wanted, or it was not panning out the way that it needed to, or it should have. And there was disappointment. And I feel like you guys had to face this energy, either within yourself or about someone else or about the situation, in order to bring it down, in order to make this change happen. I really feel like you guys made this happen. And it was through this process of really deep soul searching, or really going within yourself, seeing your own worth, seeing your own value. This was an inner journey. The Hermit here is the inner journey that had to happen in order for you to see through the situation and to see what needed to happen, to see where you needed to go next. My ultimate question was like, well, what's next? And we ended with Karma, which is judgment. And these girls are celebrating. Look, their hands are up. They're celebrating. And this is like transformation, new energy coming in, release from what was not working. I feel like this is a release, a breakthrough, release from what wasn't working. I feel like this really goes hand in hand too with this Justice card that we had gotten before. Divine justice, karma coming in, what you deserve, what you are owed in the situation from all those seeds you planted, all that hard work you've been doing, Sagittarius. It's like finally being seen, realized. And then the Chariot allowing you to move forward and move forward quickly. I'm hearing like at a fast pace. Okay. So again, and I saw, like, remember I got that before too for you guys, like the trickle that then turns into the shower. So maybe something positive has been coming in and it's been sort of slow to grow, or it's been only coming in that little trickle. We'll get ready because it's about to be a full on blast. Something could grow really quickly with this energy. Okay. So if you've been trying to grow something like a business or a side gig, or, even a garden, right, for yourself, it's like, it can really take off. All that hard work that was put in finally paying off. You seeing that, the fruits of the labor. For others of you, this is that you had to admit to yourself that something was a lost cause and that it was not going to work out the way that you had hoped or wanted, in order to free yourself and move on. Okay. And maybe you're still kind of doing it. I think if you're watching this video, you've already seen it, or I don't think you'd be watching this. like you see it, or you're in the process of beginning to see it and understand what you need to do. So this is probably then just validation for you that you're right. But for some of you, this was a matter of you making the shift and saying enough, I'm done with this. This is not working. This is not what I want. I'm better than this, okay? And I deserve better than this. It's like you're demanding more. And that, I feel, with the energy of this whole reading, it's paying off, Sagittarius. That is going to pay off in your favor and really put you in this much better energy, okay? Where it feels really good, where we have that inner peace finally, and it is because you created it for yourself. Sagittarius, those are your messages. Wish you guys the best, and I will be back with more messages later. Bye.